Right, can we make a bushing out of this Tech 7? And also, can we trick the Irish test, so the NCT in Ireland? We have an old BMW here and we have a rear subframe bushing that is worn. And I told the customer what we are doing is we've ordered a complete kit and we're going to do a full job on it. But we don't have time to do all that before the actual test is due. So the customer actually suggested this. I know people have done it and I know people had a lot of success. What they tend to use is windscreen sealer, but I told him to get some Tech 7 because this stuff is unbelievable. The only issue is if you stick anything with Tech 7, you're never going to get it back off. It is just unbelievable. Anyway, we've got black black Tech 7. So I'm going to show you the sealer now, or the bushing now. So I've cleaned it all out. There's the bushing. It's worn. So what we're going to do for shits and giggles, we're going to squeeze some Tech 7 in there and we're going to see if it passes the test. Now, they should look at this properly and it shouldn't pass the test. But let's see if it does. Are they just worried about it moving if they don't see it moving? Because believe me, once this is in, this would be better than any bloody, this is like a polymat bushing once this stuff sets. It would be better than any standard bushing anyway. But do they see it? Do they even look? Or do they just, when they put it on the suspension machine, do they just see if it moves and they don't actually take a closer look? It's going to be interesting to see what they do. So let's find out. Alright, hopefully you can see. I'm literally just gonna squeeze it in. Oh, I can't because of the gun. Oh shit. I can't. It's not up high enough. Oh no, I didn't think of that. The silicone gun's too big. Shit. What am I gonna do now? That's definitely not going to work. Fuck. No. I'm just not going to be able to get it in properly. I need to get that all the way up and I cannot jack it any higher. It's the highest I can go. Shit. Right, I think I've kind of figured out how I'm going to do it. But what I did forget to mention is, as I've jacked it up, I took this bar off after I jacked it up. And I've got the axle stand leaning on the actual subframe itself. So that centre bolt hasn't moved because it can't have done, because the whole weight of the car is on the axle stand, which is keeping the axle up. And I took this off here once the pressure was on. So I didn't release that and then jack it up, which would make it move and cause all sorts of problems. So I've kind of bent the tip. That's what she said. And yeah. Let's see, can you see? Right, hopefully this is going to work. I see it going in. I'm just going to keep going until it comes out. All the way around basically. With each squeeze, the thing at the back is making this smaller so I can get it further in. I think I can't really do much more than that. No, actually, that looks really good, to be fair. I've only got to push it into, there's two holes, this is still holding on each side of the bushing, it's just where the two holes are. That actually looks like it's kind of factory. If that got a bit of dirt, it would kind of look factory. Right, chopped a bit off the end to make it a little bit thicker, just to go in quicker, but get it in behind there. Push that kind of straight. This is definitely the harder side. Bend it again. Let it go in. Out. That's just twatted my head. I want that piece of rubber to stay there. Right. Now let's see what happens. Wow, it's going in a lot better now. A lot faster, should I say. Not easy. Oh yeah, that's got it. Wow. Okay. A little bit messy at first. I have to make that look a lot nicer. Bit on your finger with silicone, it doesn't stick to you, and you can kind of shape it. You can use washing liquid as well, there's a few ways. But, right, that is now completely sealed in and around it. So will this car pass a test? Because it did fail on this. I don't know if I mentioned that. It did fail on this. So, the fact that it failed on it, they should look at it closely. And what we have done, because he's missed the retest date, so this is now going in for a full test, but they should still have it. It's like, how did that not fail? That one's completely gone. How did that one not fail? Anyway, apparently, I haven't seen the sheet, but apparently it's only that one. I'm going to have a look at the sheet and see. But they should look at this closely, and this should still fail. It's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this back. So if it does need to move at all, we can move it now, but you shouldn't have to. Yeah, it's going in. That's a good sign. Okie dokie, that's that in first, the two little bolts at the back. Now for this. There we go. Now, that is completely on. And let's see. I mean, it is hard to see, but you know, you stick a torch in there, you can still see. So let's see what they do. Be interesting to see if it passes.